Allez, on descend. Et
The
re tout le
Magister
monde.
looks you up and down with utter dispassion.
You should not be here.
The Magister scowls, but relents.
Touch anything down here, and I'll stick your carcass on a...
Et du coup,
One spark and this whole place will blow.
bon, alors là, déjà toi là. Ouais, ensuite. Donc, bloqué par l'arme magique. Ok. Génial. Ah, le clébard. Ah, mais il y en a un autre clébard. D'accord. Ah, mais c'est des clébards mécaniques en plus de ça. Eh oui. Eh oui, eh oui. Bordel. Ce bordel. Alors. J'ai... Je vais peut-être... Ouais, je vais m'occuper de... Ça m'énerve. Ok. Bon, ça c'est fait. Tu bouges comme ça d'un point et que t'as rien demandé. Bon, je vais m'occuper d'elle. Je vais m'occuper d'elle parce qu'elle fait chier. Ça sert à rien en plus. Hein. Ah d'accord, ok. Ah oui, t'as besoin de m'empêcher de faire mon... Oh, c'est casse-couille. Vraiment là, ça commence à me saouler. m'a saoulé là. Hop, il crève. Bon. Je vais mourir. Et voilà. Et voilà, on a juste à attendre. Tiens, je vais faire ça. Je vais le téléporter comme ça, ce sera beaucoup plus simple. Ah oui, attends. Fouiller quand même. Quoique. C'est bon? Ouais, on va pouvoir sauter. Hop. Alors qu'est-ce qu'on a ici? Manteau de magistère, c'est tout. Bon. Compte des 7 dieux. Ok. Bon, en fait, il faisait juste des expériences. Hop. Alors.
Oil barrels? Not a careful excavation, it seems.
Ok. Attends. C'est un truc de source. Ouais, c'est un tombeau de source. Intéressant. Ah, attends, on a quoi là? Artefact éternel. Qu'est-ce qu'on a ici? Oula. Ah, attends, on va sauvegarder.
The curious sculpture comes alive as you reach out to touch it. It thrums with the carving is covered in strange glyphs that feel oddly familiar. Something shifts within the sculpture, and you're knocked back by a sudden burst of energy. The glow from the columns surrounding the barrel.
Ok. On va voir ça un peu.
Sendelius, poet and patron god of the elves. Ah, Doom, a true god. Solstice. The goddess Amalia. I never would have imagined we'd be quite so close. The god of the orcs, Vrogia.
Est-ce que ça va les libérer? C'est intéressant.
The goddess of mirth.
Rallic.
Well, that wasn't right.
He was as bullish as Vrogia in his own Rallic, the first of the seven. He was as bullish as Vrogia
the
in his
god
own way.
God of the orcs. Solstice, scale god. Ah, Doom, a Sendelius, poet and patron god of the elves.
Amadia, c'est vraiment la déesse.
The goddess Amalia. Well, that wasn't right.
Do mortals really call him the
Tuna.
poet?
Ah,
Ensuite, Zol tire ça. Ensuite, Xanthesa.
Ah, ladies and
Yeah,
Lord
yeah.
Vrogear, a champion of martial rallic, the first of the seven.
Eh ben,
He was as bullish as Vrogear.
ok. Parfait. Alors attends, on va sauvegarder parce que
Even after all these years.
si jamais.
This is altogether too familiar.
As the creature crawls
Oh.
from the sarcophagus, you hear a gasp of breath. Fane steps forward, never taking his eyes off her.
I must speak to her. It is vital. Please, stand aside.
You hear a gasp from the creature as Fane steps forward. It speaks in a hissing, clicking language that seems both completely alien and somewhat familiar. Fane raises his head and responds in the same jolting, clicking tongue. He seems to be pleading with the creature, his hands outstretched. The creature looks down at him and shrieks in rage. Her gestures are quick, strong, and violent. Whatever she said, it seems to have devastated your friend. The verbal barrage continues, but something changes within Fane. He looks up and golden light pours from his skull. When he speaks next, you understand every word, but you're not sure the words are his own.
Aetira, Aetira. I had hoped to see you turn to dust in this tomb. Alone, forgotten, with only your secrets for comfort.
Lady Amadia? You possess him. Have you fallen so far that you seek shelter within that? Does your vessel even know what you did? The war you started, the greed and avarice that saw you betray the Eternals?
The glow fades, and Fane seems to return to himself. He staggers slightly, exhausted by everything that's happened. The creature turns away from him and, panting, turns to you. The creature looks down from its perch, trembling. It crawled out of that sarcophagus as if it had forgotten how to move its limbs. It turns to you, and you see its face is covered from behind its unmoving lips. You hear a noise. It starts as a groaning, croaking chatter, but slowly becomes more distinct. It's speaking.
Mais Saravel te de l'arentou, Chamery?
The stream of noise cuts off abruptly. After a moment, you hear a jolting, lurching voice.
It has the shape of Duna, but speaks the tongue of beasts. How cruel. I suspected the Seven Lords won the war after they locked me here, but seeing their faces on dumb creatures, a depressing confirmation. Gods? What is this senseless braying? The Seven Lords were Eternals, just as I am.
Deep within your soul, you feel your god stirring at the sound of the voice. You can feel its anger and fear swelling inside you. The creature leans forward to get a better look at you, clucking and tutting under her breath.
It seems to be a simple form at its core, a source vat. A walking, unfortunately talking, source vat. I wonder how to extract the source from the vessel without...
She pulls back suddenly, recoiling in horror.
It is crumbling. almost imperceptibly, but it is turning to dust before my eyes. It must have no more than a few centuries left.
The god within you reacts. Her emotions a cocktail of fury and fear. You hear her voice, demanding that you give her control, demanding your body obey her will.
An Eternal does not answer questions from whatever creatures happen to lumber into view. Especially when there is so much to be learned about their... What happens to it, I wonder? Does it lie in whatever ditch it falls in, as its body decays? Or... no, of course. It is harvested.
The god thrashes against your control. You can feel it hissing that this creature is dangerous, that it cannot be trusted.
To have had the technology of the Eternals and made this. How crude. Although effective in its own way. Poor creature. Created for a sole purpose, and yet so it is a tool to collect source until it is ready to be collected. Most likely by its creator. And given that face, I can well imagine who your creator may be. What a lazy way to feel one's power and one's ego.
You start to speak, but it's too late. Amadia breaks free, and the voice that emerges from your mouth is not quite your own.
Aetera, you worm. An eternity locked away was too good for you. I should have seen you ground to dust and fed to the wind. Your heresies deserve nothing less.
The figure recoils, as if struck.
Amadia! What happened to you? Did you truly fall so far?
Silence! It is your king that has fallen. He and all the other eternal cowards were flung into the void, and the power you were too scared to hunt has made me a god.
And yet, here you stand, small, weak, decaying. I will not even need the Aeteran to grind you into the dust.
You feel your god freeze at the mention of this Aeteran, a cold terror settling in your chest.
The beast's unruly passenger did not deign to tell it. She did not want her host to know I crafted a weapon that would leave her an Eternal once more.
You feel your god thrashing against your control. Where? You croak in a voice not quite your own.
Ha! Of course you never found it. You always lacked imagination, Lady Amadia. I hid it in these very caves, although I can feel its distance now. Someone has uncovered it. Perhaps they intend to flay the godliness from you. No matter. Given your pathetic state, it is mine to collect at my leisure. As for you, you monstrosity, you were designed to be defective. You were built to die. And I rather think it is time you fulfilled your function. But do not fear. I shall put your source.
C'est ce que nous allons voir. Il rira bien qui rira le dernier. Ah oui, par contre, il y a beaucoup de créatures. Humilité, saloperie. Ouais. Bon, ok. 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 Technique de poison évidemment. Pas grave. Voilà. Alors. problématique. C'est problématique. Ah bah oui, sérieux.
Prepare yourself.
C'est marrant ces trucs éternels. Alors, on va faire un petit coucou. Je vais essayer de la tuer assez rapidement. Voir si ça les tue. Et si ça les tue pas. Ok. Eh, ils aiment pas le. Ils aiment pas ça, ils aiment pas ça. Allez. Alors. Coucou. Ah. Ah, ça compte pour des points, d'accord. Bon, de toute façon, ils vont mourir. Aïe. Ouais. Donc, du coup, ok. Oh merde. Dommage. Bon, c'est c'est pas grave. Et voilà. Et bien voilà. Hop. Et du coup... Qu'est-ce que l'on trouve
The
là?
air suddenly feels thick, like it's grown musty after concealing a lie for so long.
They lied. I can't believe it. I mean, of course they lied to you, look at you. But they also lied to me.
Voilà.
I wonder what they did in life to deserve. I wonder what they did in life to deserve such a resting place.
Elle est enfermée là-dedans, hein. Jamais. Voilà, tablette ancienne. Hop. Ok. Ok. Bon. Bah, du coup, là, on va ressortir. On va ressortir. Hop. Est-ce qu'il y a une TP là? Non, il n'y a pas de TP. Ah, j'aurais dû rester à une pyramide à l'extérieur, j'y ai pas pensé. C'est pas grave. Je vais juste faire une sauvegarde, on sait jamais, hein. Menteur. Saloperie. On va attendre, on va attendre. On va profiter pour rendre. Alors, attends, parce que là... voilà. Oh bah. Non, on va sortir normal. Idiot. Idiot. Ah, attends, déjà, on va faire ça. Voilà. Incroyable. Non, c'est pas ça. Merde. What? C'est la sortie la plus bizarre qui m'est donnée de voir. Ok, attends. C'est où déjà? C'est là? Ouais, c'est possible. Là, on va prendre là. Voilà. Alors Saloperie. Et voilà, allez, on retourne par là. On va aller là. Puis après, je pense qu'on s'arrêtera là pour cet épisode. On a encore pas mal de choses à faire. On n'a pas fini, hein. On n'a pas fini, on n'a pas fini.
Dear gods, I'm sorry. So sorry.
I'm glad I still have people I can call family. But I know we can't stay here. The Magisters. So, farewell.
He responds with a weak shrug.
Away from here. Away from Driftwood, away from Arx. Away from all of this. I'd ask Hanak, but it seems she's deserted me. Deserted my family. I have no idea where she disappeared to. Maybe it's best, I don't know.
He turns wordlessly and takes his first steps towards a new life.
You're alive! Thank the seven!
Allez,
Glad to see you too.
hop là. Allez, on s'arrête là. Je vous dis rendez-vous au prochain épisode. Sur ce,
Look at me!
portez-vous
We
bien
can
et à
be
très vite.
strong
Ciao,
again.
ciao.